Hello citizens, and welcome to this pack opening series detailing cards from the upcoming Cardania Enter the Ultraverse card game. My name is Gossin, and I'll be taking a look at various cards as I open up the packs, discuss those cards and various mechanics of the game as we currently know them to work, and engage in theory crafting for the upcoming game. Make sure to check out the design overview video from the main dev of Enter the Ultraverse, Rogue Rashk, to get more detailed information about the game design and mechanics. Quick disclaimer, I am only giving my opinions and reactions to the cards as I come across them. And with that, sit back, relax, and let's get into the first card pack review. Alright, so just want to go over this pack that I just redeemed. It's a transfungalism pack, meaning that it's going to have three fungal cards and 3 custodian cards. So just looking over it, we can talk through some of the cards and some of the ways I expect it to work out in the upcoming game. So the first one we pulled was the neutral for the pack. There's one neutral card in every pack that's redeemed. This one was the Dozer, which is a common mech laborer, so it has those tribal tags of mech and laborer. And its effect, you can see up here when I hover over it, is to when it's engaged, meaning when it's put into play, it's going to summon 2/0/4 dirt piles with taunt. And you can see the spirit cost is 6 up here. Its attack is 4 and its health is 6, so it's a 6 spirit for 6. That gives you 2/0/4 with taunt dirt piles. So this is going to definitely be more of a defensive unit. So for 6 spirit, we'll have to see what the economy is like in the game. It seems a little bit steep, but we'll see how it plays. Mycelial Mace was the next one. I'm really excited about the effect of this one. So at the start of each game, you will already have selected your weapon. So this would be a weapon if you're playing fungal. It is a grand weapon. Weapons are a little bit more rare, so I'm really excited about it. The effect of this weapon, you can see up top, is whenever you kill a creature with this weapon, consume it, add it to your damage, add its attack rather to damage, health heals your citizen. So when you kill an enemy creature with this, you absorb the health from that into your citizen's health. So it's, again, fungal is really good for healing. You can see that here with the mace, but also add its attack to damage. So we'll see how powerful that effect ends up being. Dacia Shroom, again with the fungal, a lot of healing, so you play this 5 spirit to 5 body, which is a little bit low, but you see the effect when it's played. Engage, heal adjacent fungal creatures for 2. Again, fecundity being the key word for the fungal class. Fecundity meaning whenever you overheal for a certain amount, it triggers an effect. So this healing multiple creatures that it's adjacent to for 2 can trigger multiple effects based off of the cards that it's healing. It's a little bit steady. Don't exactly. This isn't a creature. This is a common spell for 5 spirit, and it buffs artists by number of songs completed this game. So for custodians, their main feature is the songs that they'll have played. Artists are a different tribal class. So if you've completed 3 songs this game through the different mechanics in that class, this would give you +3/+3 for all the artists. Since it doesn't say in play, I'm wondering if this is also an effect that applies to your hand as well as the rest of your deck. So we'll see how well that ends up being. At a 5 spirit cost, I would assume that's all of your artists. The repeat of it here. Then we have our final fungal for this pack. The art, I believe this one's by Shadow Priest. Yeah, you can see the AI art up here, which looks pretty trippy, pretty cool. It's a common beast. It's a 1-mana 1/1, so this is essentially going to be a token with an effect. The effect is that you look at your opponent's hand, so it gives you some information appropriate for the name Scout Bug, some information on what your opponent may be playing. And especially since it's 1 spirit, right off the bat you can see what your opponent has. Even if you go first, you can see that even before they have a chance to play. And then finally, another grand here. This one's our Sisyphon, a play on words of Sisyphus rolling this uphill. It's a 4 spirit for 5, which is a little bit of a nice stat line. And its effect is whenever this creature attacks, deplete 1 from your opponent. I assume this means that a card gets sent to their graveyard. I wonder if that's from their deck or from their hand. Not 100% sure on that. So you're taking cards out of their either hand or deck and putting it directly into the graveyard. But then the last breath, so when this thing is killed, your opponent shuffles 3 cards from their graveyard into their deck. So in a way, it's taking the top cards. If let's say this attacks 3 times, you're taking 3 cards out of their deck, putting it into the graveyard, and then whenever this dies, those 3 will go back into the deck, but they get shuffled randomly. So it's essentially taking the top however many cards off their deck and reshuffling. Now, if you were to attack more than 3 times, which at a 5 health stat line, I don't know if that's going to be very common. At that point, you would be effectively burning some of their cards. But essentially, I think this is going to be used more as a body than of the depletion mechanic, unless there's some sort of effect that relies on depletion. That's a secondary effect for the custodial class, or if there's a secondary class that uses depletion to fuel some of its mechanics, this could definitely see some play. Alright, well, that's it for this pack. We'll continue to look through some of these packs as they come out, see and talk through some of those cards and see what sort of effects they might have in the game, maybe help start theory crafting some things for the future. Alright guys, enjoy, and I will talk to you later.